Right, silly matters. Tonight, I want to propose a change of name for one entity, the Council of Governors, COG, to All Saints Council, ASC. I make this proposal because the Council's chairman, Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, yesterday, in a bizarre communication supposedly on behalf of all governors, instructed counties to stop advertisements to the Nation Media Group. For guess what? The media houses continued reportage on alleged corruption in counties and governors on corruption watch. He called it a deliberate effort by the media house to malign governors and portray them as corrupt, inept, and unable to run their counties. The governors were apparently stung by a headline on the Monday edition titled 8 Governors on the Graft Hit List. You see, the basic interpretation of the Oparanya statement is that he's saying that no governor is corrupt, they are all spotless, and any allegation of corruption is vendetta by the media. So I dare ask Oparanya, in which media house are former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waitito and current governors Sospita Ojamong, Moses Lenol Kulal, Okoth Obado, and Mudhomi Njuki being prosecuted for alleged corruption? Which media house went to raid their homes and offices for evidence? Which media house has barred some of the governors from accessing their offices? Come on, does the Kakamega governor want us to believe that any governor accused of stealing county funds should not be covered by any media house? Does he want to say that counties should only advertise with media houses if they look the other way in the face of wanton looting in counties? That is simply abuse of office and warped logic. What's worse, the governor even threatened to extend the so-called punishment to other media houses that carry what he calls salacious stories about governors without verifying and therefore misinform the public and portray the governors in negative light without any truth. He even purported to instruct all county public service boards and county assembly speakers to boycott Nation Media Group merchandise and any other media house that does not report as the council would wish or find satisfactory. It is important to remind Oparanya that the funds he's bossing around with are not his. They are public funds generated from Kenyan taxpayers who have a right to information on how these resources are being managed by governors and county executives. Trying to dangle advertisement as a carrot to control media content is as retrogressive as it is out of place in a constitutional democracy. I'm not in any way saying that media houses are manned by saints or are beyond reproach or cannot be criticized. Far from it. The media is not above the law, but there are multiple ways through which anyone, including the governors, can challenge any complaints, can channel any complaints about media content. The Media Council has a clear mechanism of dealing with such grievances. Courts too exist to handle any libel or defamation suits, and previously, some media houses have been punished for errors in content and judgment. The media has robustly reported on the lack of leadership and seriousness by the Senate in resolving the county revenue sharing formula stalemate. The media featured governors prominently as they moved to the Supreme Court last year to agitate for more resources. So if the media houses were such critical partners for governors as they sought a bigger slice of the national cake, why have they now become villains when they question how these devolved billions were utilized? Do governors want to continue siphoning resources, awarding themselves, their children, relatives and cronies lucrative tenders at bloated prices without anyone questioning, merely because of advertisement revenue? And this kind of reasoning makes you understand why there is so much entitlement on part of some of these governors. They don't even want to appear in person before the Senate Public Accounts Committee to answer to audit queries. Of course, they are citing the fear of contracting coronavirus during these Senate sittings. But the same governors, led by their chairman, have been attending political functions and rallies with zero regard to social distancing guidelines and wearing no masks. Yet they believe coronavirus can only be contracted in Parliament when summoned to respond to audit questions. Such a pity. I have some breaking news for Governor Oparanya and his Council of Saints. We will continue to report about corruption in your counties any day, any time. And that's the tough reality. That's my punchline.